In this last part of Module 4, we're going to take a look at the influence of the media on our leisure time. We're going to do this through two case studies. Now, I'm going to reference the case studies in this presentation, but there are far more detailed examples on the website. Mass media has actually taken over the concept of leisure time. Now, the Industrial Revolution gave the working class more leisure time, time to do things other than provide for the basic necessities of life. And as leisure became more important to society, it became more important to mass media. The entertainment industry realized activities were needed to fill this increasing leisure time. Businesses realized that increased leisure activities meant more opportunities for businesses to advertise products. Now, the mass mediation of leisure is primarily the entertainment role of mass media, but it also involves establishing values and linkage. As this Doonesbury cartoon shows, mass mediation of leisure often involves multiple media. And one specific case study is sports. The newspaper sports page and sports sections and sports magazines started in the late 19th century. As sports became organized, became businesses, the businesses relied on the media to promote that. Radio broadcasts of sporting events started in the 1920s. Television broadcasts started in the 1940s. Now, early television emphasized sports that were visual, such as wrestling, which was a staple of 1950s television, and boxing. As a child, I have vivid memories of watching Friday night fights with my family. Even though I haven't heard this commercial in probably 45 years, I still remember exactly how it goes.
Look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp and listen, mister. How are you fixed for blades?
Do you have plenty?
How are you fixed for blades?
You'd better check.
Please make sure you have enough, 'cause a worn out blade makes shaving mighty tough.
The media played a critical role in the actual survival of businesses. The American Football League, for example, was bankrupt until NBC bought broadcast rights. The United States Football League went bankrupt because no one wanted the television rights. Football was the first professional sport to create a TV timeout for commercials. And as Doonesbury illustrates, the influence of sponsorship on sports is growing. For example, the World Series is played at night on the East Coast to ensure airing in prime time. Last year, an extra 30 seconds was added between the innings. The game didn't end until after midnight. They don't do this for the benefit of the players. They do this to increase the revenue brought in by the advertisements. The relationship between sports and culture in general is very complex. And you have a reading entitled Boys to Men, which looks in detail at the relationship. Now, sports influences people in ways which should be familiar to you by now. One, you have role models. As you remember in your readings on social utility back in Module 3, strong linkages exist between sports and sports figures. Now, why would someone who has never won a tennis tournament, never placed in the finals of a tennis tournament, and is ranked out of the top 50 players in the world get more endorsements than any other tennis player? Sex. The appeal of sports in our culture is so strong, advertisers have created some very unusual linkages. In this commercial, they've linked a crunchy snack with some old-fashioned sports violence. Mass media provided businesses with the opportunity to advertise and sell products. The Industrial Revolution increased the amount of leisure time available to people, and this provided businesses with opportunities to sell. We'll take a closer look at advertising starting in Module 5.